Hey everybody, and welcome to the news show. We're going to go over all the gaming news that happened in the last week. But first,
a word from our sponsors. All right, that was our sponsor, DXracer, who has been with us for I don't know how many years. They don't pay us monthly. This is one that we worked with them in the past, and I just really like the product. So I continue to put up their stuff or show their stuff in the background just because I really like it. They gave us a free chair long ago. I went out and bought 2 more chairs out of my own money because I liked it. And, you know, I just feel, and then they just sent us these 2 brand new ones because I contacted them.
Built these bad boys myself, so please don't let anything happen.
There were some extra pieces.
Joe!
Okay, those extra pieces, I don't know where those came from.
You don't know where they go either.
It's so easy to build these things. Shut up. It'll be fun. But thank you to DXracer for sending us these 2 chairs. I think we're going to probably put it over in the board game room, but we'll see. But yes, the way I look at it is there are a few things in life that you don't cheap out on. Okay, toilet paper, tires,
your mattress,
your bed, exactly, and your gaming chair. Because imagine how long I sit on my ass.
A lot to do with your ass. Like a lot of things. Like you don't cheap out on your ass.
Give
plus your
tires.
Ass
some attention. All right. Yeah. So anyway, check out DXracer. Thank you to DXracer for these chairs, and grab yourself one. I recommend it. It's what I use, what I buy personally, and I will continue to rep them because it's a product I definitely believe in. So let's jump into the news.
We got a lot of 2-parters this week. A lot of companies having some things, and Ubisoft is the first one. Ubisoft, if you guys remember, when Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out, people had issues with experience.
Oh, it was grindy.
Because side quests weren't side quests. You had to do them, otherwise you were so under-leveled. But they conveniently for $9.99 you can get one of those XP boosts.
Right.
Yeah. So
sick.
What the players have done now that there's a quest system, a player-designed quest system, is you can design your own quest. And there were some issues with people designing inappropriate.
Why would you even let them do that?
People on the internet or people are trash. But they also used it as a way to exploit XP gain because you design fairly simple quests, huge amount of experience, and Ubisoft doesn't like that because that cuts into the old profits because they want
you to spend $10.
Yeah, nobody's spending $10 anymore
on their experience gain rather than having users create quests that are very simple and you gain experience like a mofo.
Exactly. So they said it was to maintain creative integrity and the original intent of the tool, but really they want that $10. They're going to ban all these quests. They're going to ban people who are creating them, and if you're caught using them, you can also get in trouble.
They're banning people, like actual accounts.
Yes.
See, that's fucked up. Why not just remove those quests if that's the thing that they care about the most? Just remove the quest where what? Well, I guess here's the thing.
If they ban them too, it's like, look, that's another person you're not going to get their money from. It's like, oh, fuck that game. I'm not going back to it.
Right. But I'm just wondering, should you allow, the integrity of the game, looking at it from a gamer standpoint and going into the user community and playing those quests, am I really going to want to walk into a quest where it's like, hit this pig that's right in front of you or something, you get 10,000 XP.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know, Joe. But here's the thing. It is a game that I paid for, so I should be able to do whatever I want with it. And I feel like Alex is right, is that the only reason why they get rid of a quest like that would speed you through this, even though I wouldn't do it, is the fact that they're selling 10,000 XP for $10, and there's no reason to go buy that when users are creating a way to do it for free.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty fucked up of Ubisoft to do, allowing users to create whatever levels they want, and then saying no, you can't create whatever levels you want. Just very long levels that doesn't give you that much experience. Like, I don't know. I would have to actually see some of these levels to be like, no, those should be gone. But banning users as well, that's the messed up part.
So they banned the tool's users from using the XP Farmer and Quest. They're going to try to make it so you can't search them, but they said that they can't do it completely. They can't go through every single quest that gets published. So what their official stance is, users who continue to willingly and intentionally misuse a tool will be sanctioned. You just get banned from their system. So
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You let people create their own levels. They should be able to create their own levels.
Yeah.
Whether it's a minute-long level, 10-second-long level, or 3-hour-long level.
Or just release a game that I don't need an XP boost to enjoy.
Boom. Done.
Controversial.
But
Controversial
how are you gonna
stuff
make
here on
money?
the Angry Joe Show. The other thing that they're in the news for is they're going to be working with a company called Hitrecord, which is owned by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Now,
Oh yeah, that was
Is
like
that
last
still
year, the
around?
year
Yeah,
before.
it's
been
He
a
was like, "Hey, we're
while.
gonna," and then there was a controversy. It's like, "Are you gonna pay people for their work?" And
No.
he was like, "Oh no, we were, but we just did a poor job explaining that on stage and stuff."
yeah. So they have announced that they're going to use the same company for Watch Dogs and to do all of the music for Watch Dogs. Now, if you don't know how Hitrecord works, hundreds of people have the opportunity to send in music to Ubisoft to get into this game, and the people who get selected get $2,000 if your music gets selected, which is great if you're one
That
of.
sounds great.
If you're one of the, but the problem is
if
if
you're
you're
a small indie, music creator, and you want to get your music featured, I think the idea behind it is noble and interesting. It's like, let's, instead of the big time composers, let's do one game where we can have these small time guys, and maybe someone will rise to the top and get a career out of this. What's the issue?
The issue is that for every person that gets their work published, there's probably 100 people that don't. And so all of these people did full-length songs. They did all this
That's
designs.
every game. That's every single game. You realize when a composer is chosen for the Superman movie, there are hundreds of composers that weren't chosen.
But they don't compose everything beforehand, and that's the difference. When John Williams was chosen, the other composers that didn't get the job didn't do the entire score of the
didn't
movie.
do a bunch of work that will never
and
get compensation. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They don't get paid for it.
It's
so
more like a contest, though. I
It ends
guess
up-
that's
it ends up
probably
being
what they try to describe it as. A
Yeah, and
contest.
so the people that are really upset about this are the people who are already existing composers. There's indie game developers, and they say that, look, this is something called it's called spec work, where you do all of the work and you just hope that you get chosen for that work. And it's a lot of people they simply can't afford. If you do it in your spare time, great. But if you're a budding composer, you're trying to get your work out there.
Yeah.
You honestly can't afford to spend 10, 20 hours composing something, have it not be chosen, and then you just wasted all that time.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I get it because that is an issue in the industry, and
It's a
people
very
are being
big risk.
People are being taken advantage of.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think the issue here is maybe making the entire soundtrack that. They should probably choose a composer who will do all the music and make it cohesive, right? Because all these different people can't really create a cohesive thing because they're all doing their own.
their
However,
unique sound.
maybe you should do the contest or the hit record for the theme song, right? Or one or two of the pieces of music that are going to be used prevalently, and then everybody has the understanding that this is a contest for the community, and somebody will rise to the top. If done that way, do you think it would be better?
I think it could be better. I think that the other thing you can do is you have these artists submit samples, like really short clips of the direction that they're going to go, kind of like an audition. Like when an actor shows up to an audition, they haven't learned every line for the movie. They know a little sample. They're showing you what they can do, and then you select those people. Now,
I wouldn't. If I was running it, I wouldn't accept that because the composition could be completely different. It's like, well, fuck, I chose this guy, and based on the sample, it sounds nothing like the sample, the final product. Nah, if you market it as, hey, there's a contest. You remember long ago when we did the EA contest for a gun that will go into the Army of Two?
Yes,
we still have
with
that
the
gun in
juice
there. It's
box.
the ASKR. It's the ass kicker. No, you're thinking of Gears of War parody that I did. No, the real ass kicker, made it into the Army of Two. So, and a bunch of other submissions didn't make it, but it was a contest from community members just trying to make something.
See, this is less as a contest and it's more being seen as Ubisoft not wanting to pay union people. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a
right,
union
because
member.
they want to do the whole soundtrack that way. That's what I think the problem
Yeah.
is. They should just do a contest for like the theme song and then actually pay the work for something.
I can see doing that. I definitely agree with the people that are saying, like, look, you're exploiting all of these people to get around paying people fair wages to do the thing that you've been doing for a long time, and you're just trying to cut corners for no reason.
Right.
So the next one we want to get into is Blizzard had a big announcement, and they're talking about Overwatch. So Overwatch, Apex Legends, and all of these games have had huge issues with cheaters. And, there's aimbots, there's, shooting through
And
walls.
it slows down development of content that we could be getting.
Oh, exactly,
I fucking
especially
hate
with
cheaters,
Apex.
man.
And so currently the estimates on the Blizzard forums is that 1 in 3 ranked games have some sort of abuse. Someone in there is using an aimbot, they're shooting through walls. And these are not the aimbots when I was playing Counter-Strike where, it's always on. These people have like a specific key that 1 in 10 of their shots is going to be be a headshot. So it's real subtle, so it's harder to catch. Now, Blizzard announced that they have a new tool that's going to scan games, and if any abuse is caught in the game immediately ends. No one's punished other than the person, other than the cheater. But the problem with this is you spent the time getting in the lobby, loading into the game, starting to play the game, and then all of a sudden you're just removed from the game.
Yeah, and if you're having a good match and you're really like, oh, this is my best game, and it's over. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, so the jokes that come around with it is like if 1 in 3 of the games is a problem, that means 1 in 3 games that you go through the process of getting into the game are just going to go black screen, you were removed, start over again. And so it's a good thing that they're moving in this direction. And you just have to hope that eventually you get to the point where the cheaters just go, all right, fine, we're gonna quit doing it. But
that's not gonna happen.
We'll see. I mean, this is a hard issue to tackle.
Oh, it's very.
I don't know if you know, the cheating industry is massive.
Yeah.
Like people drive around Ferraris and Lamborghinis because they create these companies where they can, give mods and all these things to cheat.
Well, pro gamers. I mean, esports is so big that people get to the pros doing using cheats and hacks. I mean, there are pro League of Legends players.
What I'm saying is the issue is very tough to get rid of because as soon as you come up with something, the cheaters come up with something to counteract that something, and it's a constant battle back and forth. So I don't know. I'm willing to try a new system, but don't implement it in a bunch of games at once. Just maybe one game and experiment with it for 1 week or 2, and we'll figure out what it's like. But I don't know. That sounds really bad.
Yeah, I don't want to be playing. The big thing this week is people are looking to kind of dogpile on Shenmue, and they made another kind of little blunder this week.
Oh, I know. This is okay. So initially, I was like, "What the fuck, Shenmue?"
Yeah.
Bunch of YouTubers and news outlets came out like, "Guys, Shenmue fucked up again."
Yeah.
And when I was watching this, I was like, "Motherfuckers fucking up again." They are not counting Kickstarter backers as pre-orders.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think your kung fu is strong enough.
I told Joe this, and Joe was like, "Oh my god," and I was like, "Yeah, that's fucked up, man. I am the most pre-order of the pre-order motherfucker here." But you're telling me that upon doing the research, it's not as bad as that, where it's like you did not pre-order via retail, so you don't get you are technically not a pre-order. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm more pre-order than you will ever be.
I'm the most pre-order. I'm a pre-order.
Right, and I totally agree with that stance.
Yeah, it's like, I made this.
A user posted on their Kickstarter page a response that he got back from the developers when he asked, hey, look, I'm seeing that these people ordering online get this scroll for a new attack. They get a jacket, and then they get one other thing. The Blazing Kicks Technique scroll, a training outfit, and then a Peking Power Starter Pack. And he's like, well, what do we get? And then their official announcement is like, look, you're a Kickstarter pre-order. It is not affiliated with the standard purchase, and it's not affiliated with the deluxe purchase, so you just don't get those things. And so they go on to explain that there will not be included with the backer packages. However, they will be available for sale separately. And this is where the outrage came. People are like, this is absolutely massive. But the very next sentence is, Kickstarter backers will receive the Kickstarter version. Slacker backers will receive the Slacker backer version. Both have unique content respective to their versions, not available in the retail versions. Now, this is not a private message sent by email to a user. They haven't come out and said exactly what all these things are. It kind of seems scummy for the Kickstarters not to get included. But if they do get something that hasn't been announced, then I'm gonna reserve anger until we find out what the Kickstarter exclusives are, what the Slackerbacker exclusives are, and how it compares to the online retail downloads.
But I thought you were telling me that the outrage was a little trumped up.
Oh, it's hugely trumped up.
The fact is that the Kickstarters are getting their own pre-order exclusives that nobody else is getting, not even the retail pre-order ones that are getting. And then so those Kickstarter backers are saying, well, we should get our Kickstarter backer exclusives plus the other ones, right?
They're ignoring the fact that they get their own, it says unique content respective to their versions, and they're saying we want that stuff too. And I understand, wanting everything, and it's definitely, in my opinion, a blunder on their part. Like, if the backers have been screwed over so many times, it's really easy to give them a bunch of things. The amount of outrage is because.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know about that, because you remember in the industry when they were constantly doing pre-orders at Best Buy, GameStop, and freaking, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
some
other
like retailer, you get
exclusive
ones. Well, I pre-ordered. Why can't I get them all? That's basically saying like that, and and just because this is a particular Kickstarter, playing devil's advocate here, you think you're entitled to all of those.
I don't think so. I think that these people, most of them paid I think it's over 85% of backers just paid the base level, normal retail $60. And I think that the vast majority of people are just looking for something to dogpile on the developers because it's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's outrage porn.
Well, okay, so if it says these are the exclusives you're getting for Kickstarter and you get those exclusives, we're good.
Yes.
You know, and then they created new exclusives for Best Buy or GameStop. Then you can. It's within your right to be like, can I get those too? And they tell you no. I'm not really sure. You should be like, well, fuck this everything, because that's been a situation before where were those people with those outrage when that was happening. Even though I hate that practice as well. So
it's kind of like what Alex was telling me before. It's like for the PS4 they had the Darth Vader one. And
for Battlefront, you get
like
different ones
for everything. I was like, I wanted that one, but I also wanted that. I was like, well, damn, that kind of sucks.
So we just really have to see, and because this wasn't,
and then there was also a season pass, and people were upset with that. The fact that they thought maybe they were back in Shenmue 3, and it would be a conclusion to the story. But upon doing more research, this was possibly planned to be a 7-game series, and they were condensing it, but they never said immediately how much is going to be condensed and what and this and that. And so unless it says on the Kickstarter, this is the final story in the Shenmue thing ever, then they have a right to be upset. But if they don't say that, and then later on they want to do Shenmue 4, they want to do a new story, then I don't really see how they have
there was
huge basis for the outrage.
There's a lot less outrage about people not getting the $15 DLC that comes with some of if you buy the DLC, you get some other like free stuff that comes along with
just
it too.
Because you kickstart at the base level does not entitle you to every single piece of content that's ever created for that game and in the future just because you backed it. And I think maybe people might start creeping over into those mentalities, and that's not exactly correct. And we don't want to encourage that.
No, I think there was a lot of dogpiling on this. And like I said, it's bad PR for them because they told a person before making an official statement. All of this information came from an email sent to an individual user, and he just copy-pasted and posted. So it doesn't look like it's fake, so I'm not going to assume it is. But we don't have any official information for them yet. And
then we'll wait.
We'll have to wait.
Because I think at this point we should review Shenmue 3, Joe, and see how the hell it goes and all that other stuff. So if you want to wait, we will continue to monitor the Shenmue 3 situation. But it seems like there was there is a little dogpiling going on. But at the same time, this was created. This is a bet of their own making.
Yes,
they did fuck up.
Stay tuned for the next Shenmue Saga.
Well, at least there's no more Randy and Anthem Saga stuff.
Oh,
so it's like there's just new.
Randy.
They've just rubbed me the wrong way. Like they should write a book on how
what not to do.
Completely fuck up the reputation of their game.
What was O.J. Simpson's
Deep Silver
book?
And the developers.
If I had done it, this is how I would do it. It's just like, all right, well, had we done a good Kickstarter, this is how we would have done it. So
really a bet of their own making. So I'm not really having a pity party for them.
Well, we got 2 pieces of news from Nintendo. The big one is we actually got all of the details of the Switch Lite that comes out on September 20th. And so we're going to get 3 colors.
Do you really like your Switch? Do you?
I do.
And you play it a lot more than I play mine.
do.
So what do you think of the Switch Lite?
I think it's fine, but it's like a cheaper version. I'm content.
But you're
with
happy
mine.
with what
I'm
you've got.
content with mine.
You don't need to run out and rebuy. If you're already a Switch, I don't understand the people that already have the Switch want to run out and buy a new Switch Lite because it's the newest. And
what color?
But it does have a D-pad.
This one now has a D-pad.
Yeah, so that's a cool thing. And you're like, son of a bitch. Maybe you should wait for like a Switch Pro. Like that. There was rumors of that.
There's always gonna be something better.
Switch Pro, right? But
right now I'm fine.
Just because my eyes aren't that great, I don't really care about them, taking it on the go because I try not to play too much.
Well, it's a smaller screen too than the original Switch.
Yeah, that's
so
what
it's not for me.
Like.
Switch Lite is not for me, is what I'm saying.
But you can get it in turquoise, and I know
turquoise,
and I know that you guys like turquoise.
I like turquoise. I like red, black, and white.
Switch Lite only comes in gray, yellow, and turquoise. And then eventually there's going to be a Pokemon-themed version that comes out with Sword and Shield. But $200, it's not bad. If you don't have a Switch, maybe that's the way that you're going to go. But it can't ever connect to a TV, which is a big problem. And then you're going to need to buy a bunch of extra things if you ever want to, there's certain games that require the separate sticks. So
not for me, but I am starting to play the Switch a lot more. There's a lot of games coming out. Fire Emblem's about to hit. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which we are going to play, is about to hit. So Switch is on fire. We've got it plugged up to the TV and ready to use our current Switch. We're happy with that.
Yeah, I got the Switch because I love the monitor and I could take that on the go. I don't want something smaller. So if I wanted that, I'd just go.
But we will keep our eyes out for the Switch Pro. I am interested in that. See what they do there.
Well, the other piece of news that we got is Dr. Mario came out. So it's a mobile game.
What did he do?
Is
he not a real doctor?
Mario. He's not a real doctor.
What the fuck? I knew it.
So it came out, and it was actually fairly popular, but it kind of is rubbing a lot of people the wrong way because about 6 months ago, Nintendo had several executives that are talking about how they don't want to overload their mobile games with microtransactions, and Dr. Mario is filled with them. There's 3 different currencies, the way that you buy them and have to spend them. There's a really neat flowchart on like how to acquire certain things, and how hearts turn in. How you have to pay diamonds to get hearts, but you pay diamonds to get coins, would get characters. But the way that you buy them and you run out of hearts because you have
no.
So at least the first hour is like free. You can play the first hour like completely free, unlimited. But after that, you have to every time you play, you have to spend a heart.
Can you wait it out?
Well, yeah,
I figured. I was like, you just play for an hour and then just stop.
Yeah, once you get out of hearts, you have to wait half an hour for them to recharge or spend money to recharge them. 5 hearts cost 10 diamonds.
Guys, don't play this garbage. Do not play this garbage. Okay? The reason why you don't play this garbage is this is Nintendo we're talking about. This is Dr. Mario we're talking about.
Yes.
These are famous licenses.
Dr. Mario was my Smash character for years.
These are legit, right? It's fine if you want to create a free-to-play game and then inject it with microtransactions, so as long as you charge me $0 and then maybe I like it and I'll kick you a few dollars. Yeah. But once you start doing these tactics into Nintendo and into famous franchises and they make buku money, if they make a lot of money,
and they are
with it, then this is going to really seep not only into their future mobile games, but also their regular games. Let it be known that this could be a stealth Trojan horse. Today, and Dr. Mario could have been the spark that turned Nintendo.
It turned Switch. They're like, oh, we'll just make it for the Switch now, and now all the transactions are on the Switch.
And then they make Dr. Mario 2, and people like that, and then they make another spin-off and another series, Kirby, microtransaction Kirby. Guys, this stuff is so dangerous, and that's why I hate it, and I wish that you wouldn't play games like that, but I understand. Like, part of me is like, oh, $0. I really like the game. I'll kick you a few. But then another part of me is like, that is encouraging the behavior, and we're going to see more and more like that. And then when it pertains to Nintendo and Dr. Mario, now you're in some real dangerous territory. So
yeah, I expected better of Nintendo, especially after
Don't do it, please. Don't play this. Force them to make a real Dr. Mario without that shit.
Or a Kirby, like another Kirby's Avalanche game. Like,
real shit.
Yeah, real games.
It's like a mobile garbage, whatever. But
it's
Nintendo
cheap and it makes money.
Nintendo has a right to go and grab that fucking juicy ass pie like every other fucking company on
until
the
it gets
mobile
banned
market.
forever.
But you better keep
Soon.
it there,
hopefully,
and not mix it with our AAA games. I swear to God, if the Legend of Zelda sequel has a fucking 30-minute heart.
Oh, you broke your sword? $5 will repair it.
You're dead to me.
Don't you dare do that.
No. It wouldn't be the next one. It would be like 2 ones down. You know what I'm saying?
They would piss off a lot of people.
Guys, just if you can, what is your feelings on Dr. Mario on mobile and this kind of stuff? Do you kind of look at it like I do, or do you think it's no big deal? It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. I think it's a real big deal. It's horrible, and hopefully things get changed and we get rid of loot boxes and microtransactions in these games, but we'll just have to kind of see what direction Nintendo goes into, especially since they said they weren't going to go in this direction.
And they're going in this direction. Oh, cool. Yeah. They're being hypocritical.
Yeah, they're throwing out some feelers. It's like, we didn't get a lot of backlash. Let's try it again.
It's just a
tip.
They got a lot of money
just a tip. They just want to see how it
Go.
feels, and then they'll stop, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, that's all that we have this week.
Oh, yeah, damn it. Don't, Nintendo, don't fall to the dark side with your mobile business. Please don't let that
You
come
were the
over.
chosen one.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Those are the news stories of this week. Let us know if we missed any. And thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.
Bye, guys. Be sure to subscribe and ding our dong. And also check out the link below for some awesome gear.
All right.
Thank you.
See you on the next one. Bye, guys.